The following is a fourth-hand production.
Say, I'm disturbed.
Welcome to Hysteria 51, a weekly oddcast of mysteries, conspiracies, the unusual, and the unexplained.
Do we have a laser thermometer to figure out if Admiral Byrd is here? I'm pointing the laser at the wall now. 71.1, 71.2. Admiral Byrd is here.
With John, Brent, and Conspiracy Bot.
You're all idiots.
Yeah. Join them each week as they clarify conspiracies.
My name is Stuart Swerdlow. I promise I am human and I do human things.
Explore enigmas.
It's all about ley lines, and you'd understand that if I could explain it to you.
And probe the paranormal. Hysteria 51 is a hilarious expedition into the eccentric.
Stop on my joke.
I will when they're good.
Tune in each week and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you listen to podcasts. And remember, the truth is out there, but you won't find it here.
Stay woke, meet sex.
Okay, perfect.
I'm just testing it.
Okay.
What? No!
You suck!
Welcome back, everyone, to this episode of What the Suck.
Yeah!
My name is James.
And I'm Chris.
And today, folks, we've got death metal zombies. Death Metal Zombies.
Yes, you heard it right.
Is a kick-ass 1 hour and 22-minute movie released on August 1st of 1995.
Now, we're assuming it's kick-ass because the name is kick-ass, the cover art's kick-ass, but we haven't seen it yet, so we actually don't know if it's actually kick-ass or just sucks ass.
No fucking idea.
It could suck complete ass.
But anyway, here we go. This is a metalhead Brad Masters enters a contest and wins an album by his favorite band of all time, Living Corpse. I like it. The tape includes a special song called Zombiefied.
Zombified, actually.
Zombified. Whatever. Which turns Brad and his friends into zombies. Fantastic. DMZ is known for its strangely original story. The cult classic zombie film is now completely remastered and presented completely uncut in this special 10th anniversary edition.
Someone actually decided to make this a 10th anniversary special edition. That's
film was directed by Todd Jason Cook.
Excuse you, Todd Jason Falcon Cook.
Yeah, fuck that. Writing credits is also Todd Jason
Falcon
Cook. Starring Milton Rush, C. Joe Vela, Lisa Cook, Todd Jason Cook, and a whole bunch of... Oh, God, he stars
in it. And Lisa Cook's probably his wife, which means that it's a vanity project.
Bill DeWild, Mike Gibby, Terry... Who gives a shit? And a whole bunch of other motherfuckers. We don't even care.
We don't care. We do not care.
Absolutely don't care. Special effects by...
Who cares?
Who gives a fuck? Filmed in Who Gives a Shit?
Told by No One Cares.
Absolutely. All I want to do is get to the music. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're going to do this the whole fucking time, so get used to it.
Or fuck off.
All right. Rotten Tomatoes gave this one a pass. They just said, fuck it.
Nobody's going to review this motherfucker.
There's no review.
This thing's been out since 95, and nobody on Rotten Tomatoes has reviewed this motherfucker yet.
And I am surprised.
That is bad.
Because this title is catchy. I actually can't wait to see this one.
That is bad. So what's it all about, James?
All right. The synopsis reads as such. Brad Masters enters a contest and wins an album by his favorite band of all time, Living Corpse. The tape has a special song called Zombified, which turns Brad and his friends into zombies, which I think we already read this, but who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck?
I'll do it anyway. At a party. At a party.
At a party.
Well, where else? Luckily, Brad's girlfriend, hopefully she got big boobs, Angel, misses the party, and it is up to her to save her friends. She runs into Shangar, lead singer of Living Corpse and ruler of the dead world.
You didn't say it right. It's Shangar.
Whoever he is, fuck him.
All right.
Who attempts to stop Angel. Of course
he does.
Dark versus light.
Ugh.
During Angel's escape, she teams up with her friend Tommy. Just Tommy. Who gives a fuck? Tommy learns that there is only one way to stop the zombies. And what is that? Play classical music?
Yes.
I don't know. Now, Angel and Tommy have limited time to figure out how to reverse the zombie curse and save their friends. DMZ is known for its strangely original story. The cult classic zombie film is now completely remastered and completely uncut in this special 10-year anniversary of video.
I'm sorry, any film that claims it's known for its strangely original story sounds like a load of shit.
First of all, known my ass. We know it by the search we conducted.
Yes.
When we found this motherfucker.
I never heard of this piece of shit, so.
Me neither.
So, known, yeah, that's a stretch of the fucking imagination.
But hey, death metal and zombies, I'm all in, brother.
All right, well, James, you want to tell him just a quick little synopsis of our review process? Of our rating review process?
Well, let's see. Death turds on this one?
Death turds? Sure, why not?
All right.
Zombie turds.
For this particular episode, we rate all of our movies on a inverted death turd scale. Well, at least this one anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, 1 being the best. Those are the ones you want to keep in your queue, enjoy over and over. And then you've got the 5 turd, which is a mega pile of shit. Top of the shed heap. The Fica della Mater. These are the ones you want to watch and then go run into traffic or dive off a bridge or
ingest a lot of acid.
Yeah.
To help erase the memory of it.
Stick your head in a wood chipper, whatever.
But notice something. The 1 through 5, they all suggest you watch the movie.
Please. Absolutely.
No matter how bad we rate this, we always want you to watch the movie because, as we mentioned before, somebody took the time and trouble, and we don't know why, but they went and made this movie.
They certainly did.
So it means it deserves to be watched.
Absolutely.
And most of the movies, probably 99% of the movies we review in this show, are found streaming somewhere, which means you don't have to pay for them.
Yep.
You can just hit play, stop anytime you want, and it's there.
That's it.
Now, saying that, there have been a couple that we've given the illustrious, elusive 6 to.
The 6 golden turd.
We don't break it out very often, but it's the rating we give when a movie is so bad, so lacking in anything at all.
Contains no value.
No value.
No horror to it. No real value. And it's a waste of time. For what we're doing here.
Right. We can't even recommend you watch it.
Absolutely not.
Now, it's bad because we watch the bad movies. We don't watch any good movies. I mean, good it's a contextual thing, obviously.
Absolutely.
We don't watch good according to the vast majority of horror fans, whatever. We watch the bad shit because we love the bad shit.
Go way off the map. Hell yeah.
We love watching because we love seeing all the people's attempts to make a good movie fail miserably, and it's funny, and sometimes we get pleasant memories out of it.
Absolutely.
But if it's a 6, it means it's so bad that we wish we hadn't watched it.
Absolutely.
We wish it hadn't been made. And we do not want you to go watch it. Now, again, like I said, it's very rare that we've done that. So just be aware. If it does come to that, don't watch it. It should never have been made.
That's right.
Every copy on Earth should be found and burned.
Yes. That's walking in the desert having to drink your own piss bad. That's why you don't want to watch this.
That's walking in the desert with the only thing you have on you is a bottle of motor oil, and you drink it because you have no other option.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the 6. Again, we don't use it very often. It's been a few times. Go find them. You'll find them in our previous episodes. But yeah, even again 1 through 5, still want to watch it once. At a 5, you watch it once and then you'll forget about it. Just leave it alone. That's all it is.
And all you have to remember now is from 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5, all up the scale. Each level can sit. Just should you say a little bit more alcohol, a little worse. Say a little more alcohol to kill the pain.
Yeah.
but definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Now, what do you say we get to this rock fest?
Just do it.
Metal, bitches.
Falcon.
Now that is what I'm talking about.
Please elaborate, because holy shit.
Well, we're probably going to be a little bit apart on this one.
I think so.
Fucking love this movie. Now, the acting, like I said, this I think you called it. You said it was a college level project.
I did say it looked like a college level project.
Score.
Yeah.
I swear this was like some lab project for drama department or something like that.
Yeah.
Collection of nobodies, of course. Not one recognizable face in the whole movie. And it was like a table reading, the dialogue. Other than that, the posters, the music,
You didn't
the
like
T-shirts.
You didn't like the movie. You liked the elements that were in the movie.
It made it easy to ignore the stupid shit. But yes.
Let's discuss real quick that. Okay, well, you did a little research on this, and so this movie was actually filmed in Houston.
Yes, it was.
Very, very sadly, I think this is actually the fact that this is filmed in Houston is a worse. Is worse to the city of Houston as a reputation than the coronavirus.
It's pretty bad.
It's filmed in '95 in Houston, Texas. So they're hometown peoples.
And like I said, we couldn't find a budget on this, so God knows this. Like I said, this is entirely possible. This is a class project for a drama department.
Well, it was because like I mentioned to you off air. The director graduated from U of H in like '96. This movie came out in '95. It's filmed in '94.
So yeah,
so it was during college.
Makes good sense.
This must have been like his thesis or something.
I guess so.
Yeah.
He ought to be fucking ashamed.
Oh,
but
man. Oh, my God. Okay, let's go ahead. Keep going.
Okay, well, anyway, the movie starts out, of course, with a crackhead-looking, post-disease Charlie Sheen wandering outside for no reason whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Kill 1.
And then he's killed by a big dick.
And you mean a giant penis?
No, I do not.
Oh, well, elaborate. What do you mean by big dick?
There is some jackhole that pops out of nowhere with a Richard Nixon mask on. And if anybody doesn't know who Richard Nixon was, he was president, and his nickname was Tricky Dick. So, that being said, I digress. So, for no reason, he comes out of here, and he gives him what I call the Vulcan rib grip.
It's a big old bear hug.
He just grabs him by the rib cage, squeezes him to pop the little blood bag that was under the guy's T-shirt, obviously. Very low budget. Blood effects were horrible.
Yeah.
No screaming, of course. No screaming, no nothing, because these people have blood in their mouths so that they can do the corny, fall down and blood runs out of their mouth, or, and whatever. Not bad, but then you don't even know where this guy comes from. He's really not part of the actual plot.
He's in
just
the movie at the
in
beginning,
there.
he's in the movie at the middle, and then he's at the end. And that's it.
He's just there.
You know anything about this fucking
just
movie.
for comic relief, I guess. And then we get these three completely ditzy broads.
Uh-huh.
that are sitting in their living room. And like I said, the dialogue, I'm ignoring it at this point. I'm already disinterested in anything that anyone in this movie has to actually say. I'm too busy listening to the music. I'm digging on the music. And like I said, the T-shirts, the clothing and stuff, it's funny as hell to me. But they get up in this, it looks like a junior high play, the way that they move through the shots and stuff like this. It's obviously this thing was filmed with like one of those handheld VCR.
Oh my God, yeah, this movie was filmed with a 1995 Sony handheld cam. And
if it was even 95, but yes.
I will tell you, I love that. I
love
absolutely the look, the vintage 90s look. It looked like a lot of home movies that I made in the 90s.
Yes.
It was
with the full size, not the little small cassettes, the full size VHS tapes. Freaking awesome. Well, anyway, they're in the kitchen talking, and she's just sitting here going, hey, this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. And the senseless dialogue. She's looking through the fridge. Her friends are standing there going, hey, what's it? What are you looking for? And blah, blah, blah. She closes the door, and there's Tricky Dick standing behind the door, grabs her around the neck.
Kill 2.
And in the most stupid fashion, slowly chokes her to death. She leans her head to the side. No screaming again.
Actually, he doesn't choke her to death. He breaks her neck.
He breaks her fucking neck. That's true, but no screaming. But
nope.
Why? Because her mouth is full of fake blood.
Yeah,
She slumps over. Oh, here comes the blood. He drops her. Then he just walks the fuck out. And he's gone.
And he's gone. And then they run out of the house. And then
they run into this gigantic... Gigantic? They run into this gigantic woman, and then they have, all of a sudden, fucking zombies just swarming them. There's no explanation of how they got that way.
Nope.
Then we get the beginning credits.
Yeah.
About 5-10 minutes in. We finally get the credits, and during that scene, there's two of them, they're both on the ground. These two other bitches are on the ground, and they're being attacked by zombies. Doesn't show anything dead. Doesn't show any death yet, but then we get the title.
We get the greatest title card I've ever seen.
I love it.
Everything they've done in the credits is done with Windows 95 Movie Maker.
Yes.
It is fucking glorious.
It is indeed.
Just
then we get our first opening scene, and they waste no time going to the rescue titties.
Just nudity.
And it was okay. I'm not complaining. Well, anyway, dude's got like Metallica t-shirt on, and there's like all these cool ass rock posters on the fucking wall. Outstanding. But then he calls his girlfriend.
Let's put a little context into the titties. There's a girl taking a shower. That's what it is. Yeah. She's taking a shower, taking a shower. 3 friends are in the room. 2 are looking at magazines, rock metal magazines, and one's on the drums. One's
jamming on the drums.
And then they cut to another girl who's in an office somewhere downtown Houston working her normal 9-to-5 job.
She's the female lead, though.
Yes, that's
she is the female lead. I don't even give a fuck what her name is.
No.
The only, as a matter of fact, the only one whose name I remember is the lead idiot, Brad Masters.
Yeah.
The rest of them, who cares?
There's no dialogue in the scene. It is a 5 to 10 minute just montage of everybody's doing what they're all doing to get ready to hang out at night. And there's no music. I mean, there's music, and that's all there is. There's no dialogue. So it cuts back to the girl showering, cuts back to the 3 idiots, cuts back to the girl downtown working, back to the girl showering, back to 3 idiots, back to the girl showering. The same shit, and you just keep seeing more and more of her. As she takes like a 10-minute fucking shower.
Well, that's okay, because the shower girl turns out to be my favorite girl in the entire damn movie.
That was
which I keep referring to, because she's hot.
You were very, very excited about her, yes. You were zombified for her.
Yes. Okay, so then we get treated to this montage of people all getting ready for something. It looks like they're going out, they're going to go do something. Turns out they are actually going to a rock concert. And I believe it is of the Living Corpse.
No, they're not going to a rock concert.
What?
No, they're not going to a rock concert. They show up at his house, at Brad Masters' house. Turns out your hot girl is dating Nickelback. So they all end up at Brad's house. Your hot girl is dating Nickelback.
Yeah.
And Brad and his friend Tony, who Tony is the director, by the way, they start talking about their favorite band, and then they start talking about this contest that's happening that if you send a postcard, well, no, actually, they don't mention. They say it's on the radio. You need to listen to the radio, find out what the contest is, and you win a prize from Living Corpse, which apparently is Brad's favorite band.
His favorite band.
Yeah.
And this is typical loser to hero kind of storyline, although no development.
No.
But basically, he's a freaking loser,
Like, they don't even, there's no context as to what they do. They don't have jobs, any of that shit. You don't learn anything about them other than they like heavy metal music and Living Corpse.
Yep.
And like looking at magazines. The blonde girl is his girlfriend because she shows up, gives him a hug. He goes over, turns the radio on, just happens to get to the ad right when he turns the radio on.
Yeah, because apparently he had entered the contest and they call his name over the radio.
He's entering it now. What's going on is he just turned the radio on just to find the details of the contest, which is basically just send a postcard in. And so he writes the information down and then he gets a postcard ready, and his girlfriend drives him in what it looks like a brand new.
Yes.
What the fuck is
like
it?
Like a 95 Firebird.
Yes.
It's a 95 Firebird / or Camaro kind of car.
Yes. Drives into the post office to drop off his postcard because that's very exciting, very important, critical scene in this movie, James.
So apparently Daddy gave him a new car when he graduated high school to go take to college, and they used it in the movie.
Yes. So we get the all-important movie-changing scene of them dropping a postcard off at the mailbox.
Which you don't see these things much anymore.
No, you don't.
But this is 25 years ago now.
Yes. So then the next day, they're, Tony and Brad and Blonde Bitch are all at the park.
Sitting there.
Talking. We get a lot of talking in this fucking movie.
And like I said, I kept having to go to the music in the background. Because they were playing metal music in the background almost the entire time. So I was like, okay, I'm digging this. But they were playing some pretty good stuff.
This is a treat for you because not only did they play heavy metal, but they didn't play any copyright.
No, they
heavy
didn't.
Metal music. They played all original songs.
Sound like it, yeah. Nothing recognizable.
And every shirt they wore in the movie you loved because it was all heavy metal shirts.
Rock band, skulls, certain saying, one of them I love, Dead Meat.
Oh, yeah, the guy with the skull shirt that you love so much, like a damn bowling shirt.
The shirt.
And then, as you said, the posters. Anytime they were at Brad's house, and just his walls were covered in rock.
It looked like my fucking room.
Posters, yeah.
Well, they sort of like what my room looked like when I was a kid. Tons of posters, especially the Kiss posters. They're my favorite. So, absolutely loved it. Well, anyway, these losers are sitting there talking. No useful dialogue whatsoever. We're saying, bring on the fucking zombies. What the hell is the point? Like I said, I am enjoying the movie thus far, but I'm waiting for it to get. I'm waiting for it to get the shit together. So they're discussing going to this fucking concert.
Mm-hmm.
They finally get to the show, and they're in this mosh pit, and they're playing good music. And yes, we get the puke lyrics, as I call it.
I need to correct you again because you were so busy focusing on the goddamn music and the other shit, you missed the entire fucking point. They're not at the concert. Brad is talking to Tony, and they're talking about going to a concert tonight. Not Living Corpse, but they're going to a concert. But no, they weren't going to the concert. They were going to hang out and do some shit. I don't know. But Brad's like, okay, but first I need to take a nap. So they're at the bench. They're at some benches in a park. Okay.
Yeah.
Tony leaves to go home, whatever. Brad lays down on the goddamn bench, in between his girlfriend's legs.
That's right.
Falls asleep. The concert
is in a dream.
He's dreaming he's at a Living Corpse
concert.
concert.
I was half right.
No, you were like 75% wrong. And he dreams that he gets up on stage with them.
Yep.
Because he loves them that fucking much.
That's it.
Okay, so that's what the concert is. And then he wakes up and he tells his wife or girlfriend all about the dream and some bullshit, whatever. And then they're going out to hang out at the pit tonight.
That's right. They go out there.
To the middle of the woods.
Light up a fire. They're hanging out. And these bunch of fucking morons show up.
Let's call them the in-outsiders.
Yeah.
Because they're rejects from the outsiders.
And first of all, these guys are like twice as big as any of the guys there. And there's like 5 or 6 of them. And there's like 4 or 5 women. against what, 6 of them, I think?
Yeah.
3 guys and 3 gals, or 3 guys?
No, I think there's 3 guys and 2 girls.
Something like
Two
that.
gals. 2 gals.
So they are seriously outnumbered.
And the main leader of the other group, he's got his hair dyed. He's got like blonde hair.
We'll call
with a
him
goatee.
Fat, Stupid Kiefer Sutherland kind of type, you know.
I'm gonna call him Chumbawamba. He looks like the motherfucker from Chumbawamba. He's there to do some tub thumping or something.
Yeah, he's...
And so they get into a fight. It's nothing special. It's terribly choreographed. It's
good music.
Yeah, again, with the fucking music.
Well, I mean, but that's, like I said, that is what makes this whole thing worth it.
For you.
For
you,
me.
yes.
Yeah.
For me, it's just, anyway. So, next day, Brad's at home, once again, reading his fucking magazines because he doesn't have a job.
Or life.
I don't know if he lives with his parents or not because he's in a room.
We see no parents.
He's in the bedroom the whole time.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he has parents or not. He's fucking Charlie Brown, no kid, no parents.
It's a rental.
And he's listening to the radio and he finds out that he won. He won the contest. And what does he win? He wins an exclusive tape from Living Corpse with a never before heard song that's only going to be on that tape.
And that's the song Zombiefied.
Zombiefied, right. And so he calls up the girlfriend. And he's so excited. He's like a kid in a candy shop. And then it cuts to a few days later when he gets the cassette tape in the mail.
And yeah, the old school way where they just drop it in the front door and shit.
Yes. And so he goes over to his friend's house, and they're in their garage, or a fucking warehouse or something.
Playing a heavy metal game of Ring Around the Rosie, because they're just going in a little circle. It's the most pathetic.
It's the saddest mosh pit in the entire world.
Because nobody's hitting. Well, that I'd stay corrected, because I was about to say nobody's really getting hit, but there's a point where the guy kind of half-ass throws the girl, and she kind of walks across the room and elbows the guy and stuff, and I'm like, come on.
It's the world's saddest mosh pit.
But then skinny Jake Busey / Ted Nugent shows up.
So the Zombiefied song comes up.
Yep.
Which is a spell to unleash the rock demon Shangar. And you're right. The guy that the lead guy, the guy that plays Shangar, looks kind of like Jake Busey.
Yeah, just he does, with long ass hair and a lot stupider.
Teeth not quite as big.
Anyway, they start puking up blood. These guys do, and they turn into freaking zombies.
So they use reverse shots.
Yeah, that's another one.
The first one is the reverse shot where they blew smoke out, and then they reverse it to have the smoke go inside them, which is part of their possession.
Yep.
Then the other reverse shot is they spit out some black goo, and then they reverse it to make it look like the black goo, which is supposed to be the demon, is entering their body.
Yes, but when they get up, it's still on the fucking ground.
Well, yeah, because they didn't.
Stupid.
Continuity
they didn't think about that.
Continuity is unimportant.
Yeah, they're not thinking about that. They're just trying. He's trying to get a B+ so he can graduate.
Exactly. Now, at this point, okay, you've got Tony, you've got the girl that you like, and you've got Brad.
Yep.
They have become zombies. Now, we need to clarify this real quick because it looks like, or it seems like, Mr. Todd Jason Falcon, it seems like he has created his own hybrid of zombies. Okay.
Yeah.
There are 2 types of zombies. There's the Romero zombies.
Yeah.
Which have been expanded and built upon. The Romero zombies are the dead reincarnated.
Yes.
They come back to life and they feast on human flesh.
Yep.
Later on, at some point, the brains became a part of the lore. And then later on, at some part, they went from being slow shamblers to being fast, back to slow.
Yeah, your World War Z ones that could run at full sprint. Yeah.
28 days later, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were all reanimated corpses. Prior to Romero reinventing the genre, zombies were more along the lines of the movie White Zombie, which were just people who were put into trances and made to do their lord's bidding.
Yes.
And so and they were alive.
Yeah.
They were still fully alive. They were just in a trance, hypnosis, or whatever it was, but fully alive. These zombies are a hybrid mixture.
Yes.
Because they speak.
Yep.
They use weapons, knives and shit.
And
one of them gets a goddamn gasoline can.
That's.
But they still eat flesh.
Yes, they do.
Which
at least a couple of them did.
Yeah, which the dead ones do, the
Yeah.
dead zombies. But they speak, they use weapons, which the live ones did. But they can be killed, or they can be momentarily immobilized by some sort of object, by being stabbed or whatever, but then they get back up and they continue to move forward.
Yeah, which is stupid.
Yeah, so he created his own sort of mini subgenre of zombie.
Yeah, it's like you can temporarily put them out of action, but then they rise back up and go. And then during this whole thing, you know, like I said, then we start getting a bunch of scenes of people just running around encountering these morons, and nothing really fresh. It's just the same old shit.
So then we get Fat Chumbawamba.
Yeah,
or
we get
regular Chumbawamba.
Yep.
Who
sitting there by a fire.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, for no reason,
second appearance.
Here comes Tricky Dick.
Second appearance. Tricky
again.
Dick. Yep, Tricky Dick. And he starts making weird gestures, and then Chumbawamba starts to punch him, but nothing happens to him. He doesn't affect him at all.
So this part I didn't like, because to me it looks like rebar.
Okay, so there's a piece of what looks like rebar sticking out of the ground.
And it's orange.
Yeah.
It's not even... Well, anyway, of course you know something's going to happen, because if they wouldn't show it if it wasn't going to get used.
Kill 3.
So Tricky Dick knocks down the Chumbawamba. He falls on the damn thing. It goes through his chest, of course, and then it's squirting blood.
Yes.
I didn't like that because, well, I mean, I don't care personally, but they, you know, they don't count on people like me and you watching these and dissecting the faults.
Sense, yeah.
You know, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so it's gushing out of his chest, bleeding to death. So Chumbawamba's out of there. He's gone.
It went from rebarb to a pipe in the ground.
And was squirting Hawaiian Punch.
Hawaiian Punch. Because James doesn't understand movie magic.
No.
When there's a pipe in the ground and somebody falls on it, it means that the pipe has penetrated their veins, and so obviously it's going to shoot out blood.
Of course.
Yeah. No, literally, there's no reason for that pipe to shoot out blood.
I ain't buying that bullshit. No.
Because the pipe was in the fucking ground, so it didn't get stuck in him like a faucet.
Exactly. It went through him.
Yes.
There's
no reason for it to, I mean, unless there was blood in the ground.
That's okay.
Sense.
Bravo.
Either way, look, the important takeaway of the scene is that Chumbawamba is dead. Okay,
he's gone. Yes. He was a dickhead anyway.
The other important scene is that we don't know who the fuck Tricky Dick is.
We don't have any
idea. The motherfucker
idea.
is going around wearing jeans, black tennis shoes, and a fucking Nixon mask.
And a jacket.
Killing people.
Exactly.
We get nothing else on him again until the very end. So, then we get introduced to lesser Seth Green. A lesser 1995 Seth Green, who has stolen the cassette tape that the other guys were listening to and takes it back to his house so he can listen to it.
Fucking douche.
Meanwhile, Blondie shows up at the house because she wants to listen to the tape and
wearing some awesome clothes. We have to make note of that.
We need to clarify this definition of awesome, because I don't think you and I have the same definition of awesome.
I'm being completely sarcastic.
This girl, who cares what she's wearing? She's wearing it's 90s.
Yeah.
It's horrible. And she should never wear that, and I hope that she burn those clothes after the end of the film. Because
it is 25 years ago, though.
Oh, thank God. But, oh my God. Okay, so she goes there, she finds the tape is gone. Then cut to a random assortment of 3 people.
That we haven't met in this film at all.
No.
Just random people. Exactly.
No. So we got brother number 1, who's wearing a hip hop t-shirt and spouting and yelling things. And we got the girl who's trying to calm him down. Then we got his friend.
Gigantor.
I
don't even know how to describe this dude. I described him as like Keith David on steroids, but retarded. Because he was a complete moron.
Yeah, he only had one thing in mind, and it was to kill somebody.
And you said he looked like a Street Fighter character, which is also another possibility.
Yeah, because, okay, he's wearing a beret. Okay, he's this big black dude, right?
Yep.
He's wearing a beret. He's got a orangish pink tank top on, the kind that bodybuilders wear, where like it's real tiny on top, so like, you know, you can see their muscles. Then he's got a weightlifting belt on. Then he's got big black MC Hammer pants. But he's also got these fucking workout gloves on his hands. And so he looks like he's getting ready to go battle, Chun-Li or something.
Yep.
The way he acts like a metal meathead.
And it's just, ugh.
So all of a sudden, okay, so then the brother number one decides to leave, and he goes to get in his car. Somehow, at some point, Brad Masters, as the zombie man, got into the guy's passenger seat of his car, and he's pulling a fucking 15-year-old person prank where he's in the passenger seat, but then he has a knife. Again, he's using a weapon, and he's holding it on the seat, blade side up.
Yep.
Brother number one, who for some reason does not decide to look down on his seat when he sits down.
And doesn't notice a full-grown adult, long-haired hippie dude sitting in his car.
White man in his car. Just sits down, ends up sitting on the blade, and he jumps out, and he's got blood all going down his jeans.
He's just squirting out. It's all on his pants. He's soaked to death. And he's standing there screaming, walking around bow-legged. And we get our first half-assed decent zombie effect when Brad, the zombie,
Kill 4.
slams his fist through the brother's chest.
Yes.
Rips out what looks like,
It's
lasagna noodles.
Chicken liver and lasagna noodles.
It was like lasagna noodles or some shit.
Yeah.
Pulls it out. He drops him. He's gone. There's blood all over the damn road. And then the other two, like a couple of bitches, just scream and run away.
Big dude who was talking about just beating up somebody and taking out somebody earlier, hauls ass and is gone.
And runs from this little skinny white boy.
Yeah. this Foo Fighters reject. He just runs from him. So then the next day you get it's next day. Or no, it's same night.
I don't even remember.
So then the same night it cuts to I think it's Nickelback's room, and Nickelback is sleeping on the bed. Shengar shows up with his cronies.
Yep.
And you don't see who's under the sheet. I'm thinking it's Nickelback, but you don't see it under the sheet. But then he tells him
don't fucking matter.
Tells him he's got work to do. Then it cuts to a new scene.
Yep.
And we get a random chick out running late at night.
This chick's bigger than me practically. She's a monster.
She's out there trying to get some exercise on. This is obviously before the quarantine because she's allowed to be outside. And she comes across your girl.
My girl, hot chick. I'm gonna find out what her name is after the fact, but yeah, she's hot as hell. I'm sorry.
You definitely like that zombie girl.
Hell yeah.
And she's got a knife again, using a weapon.
So if anybody watches it, I'm talking about the one with the big hair and the black jeans and the black
She's the
whatever
one,
top.
She's the one that's naked at the beginning taking a shower.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kill 5.
So she ends up stabbing Big Girl, who's just trying to work out, just trying to get herself in some shape. She ends up stabbing her in the stomach, and then, okay, this is the part where I realized that I could be a Foley artist. Okay.
Yes.
So, hot chick leans down and begins stabbing the girl who's off screen, but stabs like 5 or 6 times. Each time she stabs her, the sound that would normally be associated with a stab, which would be a professional Foley artist using something. I don't know what they use for stab wounds, but it literally 100% sounds like somebody used their mouth the whole time to make the sound. Like every time you hear the knife going, it sounds like
pretty much.
So somebody could not afford a Foley artist. Somebody could not afford how to learn how to do Foley, and just decided to just make all the noises with their mouth in a microphone and then dub it over. It was the funniest fucking thing I had heard in my life, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Yeah, it was great. And then she just starts ripping into this big girl's chest, start tearing out her guts, chewing on whatever the hell, the sausage links or whatever the fuck, spaghetti noodles, whatever the hell they had. And, obvious effect. You can see the prosthetic.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Another continuity error, because this girl, this big girl, is at the beginning of the film. Beginning of the film when the two chicks are running out from Chicky Dick, and they run out into the yard, and the zombies are attacking her.
Yep.
Nickelback and Tony are in the crowd.
Yep.
Big Girl's in the crowd.
Yes,
which
she is.
means that scene took place this night.
Well, they had to use everybody. They only had so many. So.
I get that, but when you watch it and you see Big Girl, she's a zombie, but her shirt is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But when you see this scene, when she becomes a quote unquote zombie,
the shirt is torn to shit and
her
there's blood everywhere.
Yeah, her stomach is opened up.
Oh yeah.
So again, continuity error. Anyway,
But
go
then
on.
Again, college project.
Go on.
You have to keep reeling it back to that.
I can't help it. These are things that I just notice. So then we get a blonde girl who comes upon Tony walking in the street and asks him what's going on, and he brandishes a knife and tries to attack her in her car.
He's like,
again,
what the hell's wrong with you? And
a zombie using a knife.
Using a knife and talking.
And talking, that's right. And talking intelligently.
Well, these are death metal zombies, dude. You got to remember that fact.
Oh, that's what happened. So she calmly goes home. Very calmly. Yeah.
Goes in the house, doesn't lock the door. And then she's walking, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Oh, I think she's over at, she's not at home. I think she's at somebody's house. She's at one of the rockers' house. Because this is where she finds what's-his-face in bed.
That's right. And it's Nickelback's house, I guess, or his apartment. Maybe he shares it with somebody. But anyway, she's walking around the house. She goes to try to call somebody. Doesn't get a hold of anybody. So she walks in the room and sees blood on the sheets.
Yes.
And she goes and picks it off of there. And we get...
Kill 6.
A high-grade biology lab skeleton covered with ketchup and barbecue sauce.
Yes.
Laminated with racks of ribs.
Yes. If you ever seen
to give it a meat effect,
the VHS cover of this film or the Blu-ray cover of the film, the charred meaty skeleton that's on there is what is in the bed.
So basically, Shangar and his boys ate this guy to the bone.
Yes, it is pretty fucking glorious. I loved it. It was awesome.
Yes.
It was a cool effect. Didn't make any sense, but fucking it was cool.
It was. Then the zombies just come walking in the house because the bitch didn't lock the door. And during the process, she hits the radio.
So he's talking to her. He's straight up talking to her about the plan that Shangar has, and again, just intelligent talking, unlike normal zombies we see
and
nowadays.
They're like, what? Fuck talking. Attack, you dumb, stupid zombie son of a bitch.
But yeah, as you said, they end up in the kitchen, and she hits play on a radio.
And country music comes on, which is, I also love country.
Yeah.
But what is hilarious is all these death metal zombies that are in earshot of this fucking music drop like flies.
Yes. and actually, it destroys their brain and kills them.
It makes them drop to the point where it's hilarious because our boy Shangar shows up, says, what the hell did you do to my people? And blah, blah, blah. So he raises them back from the grave. And then...
Let's point out real quick that you actually called it early on. The second we started watching it,
that's true.
And we saw that the heavy metal song, the turn them into zombies. You mentioned that the way to kill them would be to play something not heavy metal.
I actually said classical.
You said classical,
but I'll take country.
Either way, it's not heavy metal, but you still called it either way. Yeah, you still called it.
Play something not metal. They drop like flies.
Yes.
So they figure out from this that.
They have to play the tape backwards.
Yeah, they somehow become information.
Oh, because Brad, who's not fully dead.
Yeah.
That's
right. He snaps out of it temporarily before he dies, and he tells her how to reverse the effects, which is to play the song backwards.
The Zombiefied song backwards, yes.
That's how we figure it out.
So then she goes on this magical quest of daring to find the tape and play it backwards, and in the meantime, she meets up with fucking Seth Green, 95 Seth Green.
Yeah, and we have to also admit there's like 12 college students roaming around in the forest between scenes. Yeah. So I'm sitting there thinking they put in there extra credit. Anybody wants to participate in a stupid ass movie?
Yeah.
So it's like they called all these people because...
Put it on your resume.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Seth Green's at home, and for some reason he has blue curtains in one of his doorways because, he's a rocker. He's cool. And he starts playing music. Then we get treated to a scene of some lady who doesn't fucking matter to the film
at all.
She shows up at her house. She's looking paranoid as shit. She sits on her couch. By the way, the entire time, this entire scene, she's talking to herself.
Head banging, and then we find out she's a petty thief.
Yes.
So she's going through the night's take, trying to figure out what she's got. So she
And while she,
I mean, it's dumb, and she's playing air guitar, which I can dig on because I
plays
like
a lot of air guitar in this scene.
But it's fucking hilarious.
It doesn't advance the movie anywhere. It doesn't advance the plot. It is literally she's as worthless to the plot as Tricky Dick. I mean, yes, Tricky Dick really at least there's a gimmick there, right?
But she stands up and tells nobody, "I gotta pee."
Yeah,
goes upstairs to take a leak, comes back downstairs, and is confronted by
Brad,
our boy Brad.
Now, she had heard a sound earlier in the scene, and she picked up a machete she just happens to have on the side of the couch as a protection weapon. And when she comes, actually, sorry, it's not Brad, it's Tony. Tony shows up at her house, and when she comes back downstairs, which, Jesus Christ. Okay.
Tony breaks in. He goes through her bag. He's a fucking zombie, but he's looking through her bag. And he puts like these coupons or some shit in his pocket, which is completely stupid.
So that's the lady had a wallet that had a lot of receipts or something in it, which she was upset about because it should have money. But Tony, who first of all uses his Jedi fucking zombie powers to telepathically to unlock the door.
Oh yeah. That's right. I can't forget about that. That is very important. Now, apparently, they can use the Force.
Apparently, yes. So then he ends up. She's upstairs. He sits on the couch, goes through her take as well, finds a wallet with the receipts, and takes the receipts. Again, I don't know why, and it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't advance the plot. It's just fucking terrible scene filler.
I guess we just need another zombie, so he ends up grabbing the machete she has as a defense weapon. She comes downstairs. They have a little scuffle. No big deal. And then thwack.
Kill 6.
He just comes up behind her and just hits her right in the jaw. I mean, it splits her mouth. And I'm sitting here going, okay, first of all, this is not a mortal wound, but yet she's laying on the floor dead as fuck.
She's dead.
So, okay, whatever. Spirit Halloween, as you said. Halloween.
They got that prop from Spirit Halloween.
Yeah, the cutout blade that makes it look. But...
Yeah, and then just add some blood to it, some blood effects. And then he leaves, and then we cut to a blonde lady who is attacked by some zombies.
You don't understand, folks. That's it. This lady had nothing to do with any of these people. No. This is all she had. She was there for 5 seconds. This guy attacked her, stole her coupons, and then fucking chopped her in the face.
And she shows up later in the movie as a zombie, but it doesn't matter because she's not an important zombie. She's just a zombie.
Yes. Well, they needed more,
Yeah. And so we're they did. So we're cutting back and forth to Seth Green and Blonde Girl, who are in different locations, being chased by different packs of zombies. And then they end up meeting in the middle of the forest, and that's when she tells him that they need the tape, and they have to play the song backwards in order to reverse the curse.
And then he's all flipping out. He's like, I'm sorry if everybody's pissed at me. I just borrowed the tape.
Yeah, he has no idea what's going on. He thought the group that were zombies after him were just the people. They're the people who had the tape, and he thought they were mad because he stole the tape.
They're going to beat his ass. Well, first of all, it had the special track. Remember, can't forget about that.
Yeah, special track. Oh, my gosh, yeah.
So they work his way back to his fortress, and he has this gloriously antique, I mean, this thing is fantastic, reel-to-reel machine.
Mm-hmm.
So he commences to dub this thing using an old-school tape recorder, and it's reel-to-reel. So he starts playing it, so he's going to record it. And she's like, well, hurry up, man. They're coming. I mean, these zombies are closing in on their ass.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, the song's fucking 13 minutes long. And I'm like, geez, we've got Garden of Eden by Iron Butterfly playing here and shit.
Yeah.
And they're about to fucking die and shit. But you know what? It's all right. Because here they come. Cheap smoke effects, of course,
Oh, my God. That was where all their budget went, was to the smoke machine.
Had to be, because they're like...
Because they didn't waste any money on wardrobe, because everybody wore what they just happened to have in their closet.
Yeah.
To the point where one of the zombies had a fucking Houston Rockets t-shirt.
That was awesome.
Had a Houston Rockets jersey on.
And I was hoping somebody come out with an Astroworld t-shirt.
Yeah.
Or some other shit. But like I said, we got treated to Judas Priest. We got treated to Kiss. We got treated to Iron Maiden. I mean, they had all kinds of cool
on their t-shirts.
Shirts.
Yeah.
But I wanted Astroworld, damn it. But we didn't get it.
Nope. And that's another thing we noticed about this movie too, is that they saved time and money and potential lawsuits by having the entire film shot in one block area of where they lived.
Yes.
And then the only other exterior shot two exterior shots where one in the beginning when she was at her office, but that just could be filmed at any office.
Yeah.
But it didn't mention like a building name or a title or anything like that. The other set time was when they went to the post office, but they went at night.
Yes.
They didn't even go to the post office. They went to a building that had a postal
just a drop box.
On the outside.
That's it.
Didn't see any name, nothing. So they didn't have to worry about filming any restaurants or any busy streets of Houston where there's a ton of restaurants at.
Because you have to go get permission. You got to pay rights if they don't want.
Exactly.
You know, so he
they
was smart in that aspect. I'll give him credit for that.
Film it in a 2-block radius of your house. So the zombies enter, and she's starting to attack them, stabbing them and shit. And then finally, the tape is done, ready to go.
And it's about fucking time because it takes forever to develop.
Yes.
So he finally flips the reel, starts playing the shit, and thank God they start dropping like fucking flies.
Yes. Oh, wait. Before that happened though, right as right as he's preparing the tape on the reel to reel, we get Brad shows up as a zombie again.
Yep. With
a fucking can of gasoline.
That's right. And he's outside with a shit-eating grin on his face.
He's threatening to burn the house down, but as we noted...
Now, if you're going to burn a house down, you've got a full can of gasoline. Where do you usually put the gas if you want to start the fire, Chris?
On the side of the house.
But where does he put it?
He creates a circle around the house in the grass with the fucking gasoline.
Yes.
And then... just as he's very slowly... Okay, again, he lights a lighter, which means he has full control of his facilities.
Yep.
As a zombie, he lights a lighter. And as he's very slowly starting to crouch down to set it on fire, Seth Green manages to get the tape started.
Finally manages to get the tape started.
And they all fall down.
They shrieks, and they all just... And then this glorious scene.
Then Shangar
shows up. He starts the money shot out of his mouth. It's horrible. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it.
Spitting milk all over the place.
Spitting vanilla pudding or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
And then he starts to fucking melt
into
with this
skeleton.
shitty blowtorch from off screen.
Yeah.
Melting a skeleton.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
It's great. It's a skeleton he got from the science lab that he stole.
Same one that probably had the barbecue sauce on it.
They just cleaned it off. And then use it for the scene.
Either they cleaned it off or they shot this one first and then they put the other one. There's no telling.
Yeah.
But anyway, then he drops. He's fully assembled. He drops.
Shangar
is out of there, and everybody finally comes back to normal.
Yep.
And
which doesn't make sense because she stabbed Brad in the chest with a knife.
This is true. They all had mortal wounds.
Yes, so he should be straight fucking dead.
So I guess they heal too.
Oh, jeez, that's convenient. So then the scene ends, and then we're treated to a lovely scene with a sky shot, and then the title card saying 10 years later, which means it is what year?
2005 at this point.
2005, and we're treated to a scene of somebody taking a tape, putting it into a tape deck.
And I'm sorry, they're using outdated technology and the version of Windows that's on. Of course, when this was actually filmed, it was still 95. So they were using Windows 95 in 2005, which by 2005 was Windows XP.
Right, yeah. So,
I'm sorry, but I'm going to be a picky asshole on this.
No, you should be.
This shit sucked.
Yeah.
This technology was horrible, and it took him like 12 clicks just to get the thing on the fucking internet.
Yeah, so
it was hilarious.
He has his tape deck plugged into his computer, his 1995 computer, and he copied the song onto the computer as an MP3, and then uploaded it to the 1995 internet
over the 56K modem.
Yes, but this is supposed to be 2005.
This might even been 14.4 KB. I mean, it was slow as shit.
It was. It took another 10 years to fucking upload. But then once the song uploads, we're cut again, and it turns out to be
Tricky motherfucking Dick.
Tricky Dick.
So all he does is flip the camera off, and that's the end of the credits.
So he shows up 3 times, no idea who the fuck he is.
And they never explained it.
No idea how he ends up escaping the zombie apocalypse.
And you know what? It's okay, because the hot chick, the rock, the metal, the t-shirts, the posters, nostalgia.
I'm sensing...
I didn't give a flying
fuck. 1 coming from you.
Well, you are correct.
I knew it.
But let me explain why.
All right, let's hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Okay, first of all, the acting was brilliantly horrible.
Okay.
Like I said, it was like a table reading. It was that god awful, but it was laughable. It was funny. I mean, yes, we rolled our eyes at it. The rock posters everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking music. I mean, that just did it for me personally. I love the name of this movie. I'm willing to excuse many of the faults because I just, like to me, it was just kicked ass music and the fucking posters, the t-shirts, and like the dudes and all this shit. I mean, yeah, 95 is a little bit out of my time.
Okay.
You know, I was already, in my 30s by then.
Okay.
So I wasn't a college kid back then, but I just loved it. It was nostalgic for me. I thought it kicked ass.
Uh-huh.
It was brilliantly corny.
Yes.
Completely shit.
Corny.
And you could tell it was but yes, I highly recommend this movie to anybody who wants to drink and get a good laugh and enjoy some kick-ass metal. So yes, I am going a strong 1 turd on this one. I have not given the movie 1 turd in a while.
No, you
but
haven't.
This one's going to get it from me.
Yeah.
This one's going to get it. What about you, brother?
Man, I don't know because I don't give a shit about heavy metal. I didn't enjoy the music. I didn't care about any of the posters or t-shirts. I did like that it was filmed in Houston. That was cool. That was cool. It was a pleasant surprise.
Yep.
Because we found out through the movie.
That is correct.
Because they mentioned he's from Houston, Texas. So I looked it up real quick, and sure enough, he's in Houston, Texas, and he graduated from UFH, and he's filmed like 5 or 6 movies.
Yep.
His profile says he has like 19 films that he's made that have premiered theatrically, or just premiered. Period, I guess. The acting and the cinematography and the film work were pure 95, pure 90s.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty damn great in a bad way. It was so it was all cringeworthy.
Oh yeah.
But not cringeworthy in a way that we saw with I Am Zozo.
Oh god.
This is cringeworthy in a very glorious, these poor people tried but failed kind of way.
It's like when the special kids put on a play.
Yeah.
You don't want to say, the acting was...
it's going to be bad.
It's going to be bad, but it's cute.
They tried their little hearts out.
They
and this
sure
is what
did.
these people did here.
Yeah.
The special effects were not very special.
No.
The acting was pretty terrible.
Oh yeah.
The story was completely fucking stupid. I didn't enjoy The Rock. I didn't enjoy the posters, like I said before. But goddamn, if I didn't have a good time watching this.
Yeah, because it's laughable.
It's laughable. I actually want to I want to watch the rest of the director's movies. I want to see, because this was his first, I think. I want to see his progression as a filmmaker as he goes along, because he has I think he has 3 or 4 on Amazon.
That's
whatever.
an interesting point.
So
maybe we'll have to revisit him again some point.
Yes, I may revisit him on my own off air, because I just want to see how he does from this point forward, because this was, for a college film, this was a gloriously great train wreck. And I loved it.
Sweet.
I am going with the 1 as well.
Sweet.
Yeah, I definitely can recommend this wholeheartedly. Still drink with it, 'cause I drink all these movies, but
heavily.
But
yeah, this is a drink heavy 1-star. This is like if you're gonna party down.
Yeah.
This is one you're still gonna drink.
Yeah, this is one of those you watch to see. You watch it to see exactly how they got every single thing wrong.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I loved it. It was great. It was so much fun.
Hilarious.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, that was a great audible.
Rock on, dudes.
Why don't you tell everybody out there, as well as Falcon, where they can find us?
Will do, brother. Well, you can find us on the fourthhand.com media network. We are alongside of many other great shows and great people. If you come there, check us out. You'll also see our sister project on there, State of Fear. We are also on Facebook, The Big Evil, as I call it. Mm-hmm. And we are on Instagram.
That's right.
Yeah,
Instagram.
I almost forgot for a second.
You did, yeah.
You can find us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, Spotify, anywhere you listen to your podcast. We're pretty much there.
Yeah, guys, and go to your favorite podcast app that you listen to us on.
Yep.
And rate and review us, because the more reviews you give us, the further up the charts we go, and the easier it makes for other people to find us.
That, and please give us feedback on these movies. If you actually watch these movies, we want to hear what you think as well. So go under the post and leave your own little review.
Yeah.
Please.
But more importantly, go to rate us on your app, because that gets us more exposure.
Absolutely.
So. And
we could use it.
Yeah, and we love to hear from you guys, because we love you guys.
We've almost got 2 seasons under our belt, and we just like to really get on out there.
Yeah.
Season 3, we're probably going to cut loose and do some real crazy shit.
Crazy shit, y'all. Crazy shit.
And you're probably thinking, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Oh, yeah. All right, man. Well, until next time, I am Chris, and I will see y'all at the next Shitfest.
And this is James, and if it ain't on What the Suck, it ain't shit.
You've been listening to a Fourth Hand Joint.